Greetings and salutations. I'm Mr. Chevalier, and I wanted to take a moment to invite you to participate in a great opportunity to get a test grade extra credit coupon for your English classroom and possibly even earn up to $9,000 in scholarship money per year with a max total of $22,000 for college or an accredited trade school. It is the 121st Annual Orange County Stark Reading Contest. In this contest, students select a published reading from either of two categories, the prose and poetry, which we call interpretive, or the declamation, which is historic speeches. They then perform a 5 to 7 minute oral reading of that selection in front of a judge in a classroom. Let's take a look at our Orangefield Stark Reading website. So we see here that the application to participate is due to me on November 6th. That's a Thursday. And the preliminary round is Monday, December 12th at 5:15 p.m. The preliminary round is where you will read your piece in front of a judge, which is usually one of our junior high teachers, and you will compete to advance to the next round of the contest, which then occurs in January. The first round is the round for which you will receive your test grade coupon, which will be dispersed at the end of the contest that evening. Test grade coupons are worth a 100 and can be used for any test grade except for your semester exams or research. There's a modeling video where explaining how things work in that first round, what it should look like. The dress code is laid out over here. The first round tends to be a bit more casual. However, if you advance to the second and third rounds, the dress code becomes much more important. Certainly we can help you with dress code if you need that. You can access the student entry form here on the left. You can make a copy of it and fill it out digitally and email it to me as a PDF, or your English teachers and myself have printed copies that you can fill out of that. Over here you have a quick overview of the contest, things that students need to know about how the contests function and what's expected of them. Scrolling down, we come to the selection lists. When looking at the lists, any of the highlighted or marked selections are not eligible for reading this year. They have been winners in the last 3 years. But you can select from any of these selections if you are interested in those. Same thing with declamation. Once you've selected your piece, you need to ensure that it's not already taken by someone else. No two people can read the same selection in our school. As soon as I receive your application, I list the selection as taken in this area here of the page. Do you have to read from one of these two if you have an idea for a selection that is not on the list? If you have an idea for a selection that's not on the list, you need to touch base with me. It has to fit some important criteria and it must be approved by the Stark Foundation. There's a couple of extra steps we have to do. Do know that some selections are not appropriate for all readers. I have vetoed, in certain instances, having a specific student read a specific piece because it doesn't match up well. When turning in your application, you must submit a mostly cut version of your piece. This is a change from years past. You could previously just give a raw piece. You can cut the parts yourself that don't work well or content that you might not feel is appropriate as needed. But the foundation does want your piece basically cut when you submit your application. I can help you with this if you need that. For example, if you're reading from a chapter of a book, you can't just make a copy of the whole chapter and give it to me. We got to cut it down to fit pretty close to that 5 to 7 minute part. The Stark Foundation requires that we provide that with your application. I have been helping students cut pieces for years. If you need help, please come by ask me or email it to me and converse with me via email. I'm happy to help. Any other questions you may have, you can email me or drop by and just ask me.